What's going on, YouTubers, gamers, and fellow hobbyists out there, and welcome to On the Bench with Pete, the series that you put on in the background whilst you hobby or paint along with me. Get stuff done, you know the drill, you've done it all before, or maybe you haven't. Well, if you haven't, you do your hobby, right? You put this video on in the background, we just chat about stuff, well I do. And together we get stuff done. I've got a load of Zombicide baby miniatures to do. Characters here. I've got some Cadians to work on. I've got some aliens to try and finish off as well, because I want to get that done and off the bench. I've got all sorts here, all manner, and I'd really like to get going on that. I've also got a surprise as well. I got a test model for the Indomitus box set. Actually, it's not from the Indomitus box set. It's just a regular Primaris Marine. But for some reason, I wanted to go with Imperial fists for my Primaris Marines from the Indomitus box set rather than just Ultramarines again. Because I fancied some yellow. Fancied the challenge. I'm looking to do a real grim, dark, grimy sort of look to them. And I've got a test model that I've been working on. He's still not finished yet, but I may bring him in later on in the video just to see what you all think, or what I'm going to do with him next. You know, I started off, I've airbrushed him, I've stippled him, I've highlighted him, but there's loads more to do yet. Different techniques. I've used inks and washes and all manner of things so far just to get the effect I want. Will it bear the fruit I want for my army? I think it will. But we'll come on to that later. For here and now, I've got zombies and zombie characters to do, because I've got to get these characters off my bench. And so I've got more zombies then later to bring on. Before I play Zombicide Black Plague, I want my miniatures painted. And that's fair enough, isn't it? That's my paint dolly, I'll call it. It's on wheels. That's my paint trolley. You've all seen it before. It's got all my different colours broken up into things. I've got my technical paints on a separate one. That's on top of the other one. My pigments and so on. I only moved it there temporarily because I'm so used to having it to my right. I thought, well, maybe I could put it to my left for this new layout I got here. But you know, I'm quite liking it behind me. So yeah, so I'm going to keep it there. I think I'm going to keep it there. I've got my coffee ready. It's probably still too hot. I've got a new Citadel paint pot. So these are amazing, by the way. They are amazing. I'm so impressed with them. Yes, I've got some old palettes. Coffee mate lids. You know, they do the job. And I'm okay with that. Shall we get to the bench and we can chat about stuff? Yes. All right, and I may zoom in again a bit later on. So I've got a zombie runner. I did it for a Patreon tutorial. I mean, he's not finished, but you know, you really don't need to see me doing the base, I don't think. So what I'm going to do with the base, with that in mind, I could put some army painted quick shade on the base. That'd be different, wouldn't it? Something different, he says. Something different. We could do that. We could totally do that. But I might not be able to get the lid off because it's a toughie. And my tools are mostly in the house. Because I've been building my Indomitus box set in the house. And I've been doing that the last couple of days. I'm currently in between assignments with work. I finished my last assignment because the G7 is over now, and so I'm all done with that. So I'm just waiting for some paperwork to clear while I can move on to my next assignment. Now this, it's got a very strong smell, this army painter stuff. I'm going to pop that there. I want to sort out something for my paper towels some time. I don't want to use that brush, it's too good. I don't know, I haven't used this quick shade stuff all that much, but I thought I would here on the base. Make some use out of it. Did you see that? The lights flickered on and off. That was weird. That was very strange. There. Yeah, now I could do that. I could let him dry, which I'm going to do. So that'll probably take me to the duration. I'm just going to clean up this brush, even though it's a shitty brush. And this is really coming. I've had this for years. It's like 3/4 full still. That's how much I've used it. Not a lot. Hey, I guess. I found I use a separate jar for the like the oil-based stuff and the metallics. I've got 3 pots on the go now. So, well, yes. Even though it's a shitty brush, I don't want to just ruin it for the sake of one miniature. Now, I've really got to work out what I'm going to be painting, or who I'm going to be painting first. Excuse me, I'm just getting a wipe for my hands. I don't like the feel of that quick shade stuff on my hands. It's a horrible feeling. Right, so my hands dry for a minute. Yeah, so I'm in between assignments, as it were. The old me would have said, oh, you're unemployed, Pete, but I'm not. I'm still with my agency, and it's all in the pipeline. I'm just waiting. So yeah, I'm looking to go to a new role, hopefully soon as possible. And yeah, that would be sweet as a nut. I will hopefully be starting with someone from my old team, which is good, because it's good to have a familiar face, isn't it? Alright, so, no, actually, I think I did the white on her, or did I? If I put my glasses on, I'll be able to see, won't I? It looks to me like I have. What she could do with, yeah, we'll do the rest of it then. We'll do her armour. So, what I'm going to look for, do I do lead belcher? I think I will. I'll go with lead belcher. So, I think she's called Anne. This kind of warrior nun thing going on there. I mean, who doesn't like warrior nuns, eh? Right, so we'll have a bit of lead belcher for this one. Pop that back. Yeah, I need to sort something out with my towels, my paper towels. They're really inconvenient right now. I could do something where I could just put it off of the roll I was just re-angling my lights because they were shining in my eyes, and to be honest, it was a bit much. Right. So, lead belcher on my palette here. I've ordered some more airbrush thinner, so if I'm going to be doing my Indomitus box set as Imperial fists, there's going to be a lot of airbrushing going on. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of airbrush action. So I'm going to need airbrush filler. Right. Okay. Now Kalinsky. Yeah, we'll use Kalinsky. We'll use a Kalinsky brush. And we'll go in for the armour with this. I think this will work out just fine. Yeah, so you know, I like I said, I'm in between assignments, so I'm just taking this opportunity to do a spot of modelling. I've handed in my equipment that I was using to work from home, so obviously the new role will be office based, but it's local, so literally just down the road, and I think that's going to work out just fine for me. You know, I really don't mind that at all. It's not very far to drive, is it? 10 minutes. I'll be doing all different shifts as well. There's like a 4 weekly rotational shift pattern thing. The latest I'll be working is till midnight, and I've done that before, haven't I, with Sainsbury's, so that's not going to be a problem or an issue. Did that for over a year with Sainsbury's, and this this project is set to run until March next year, so at least I will get Christmas out of the way. That's a big one, isn't it, when you're kind of out of work or looking for work? You want Christmas sorted, don't you? You want to know you're going to be alright for Christmas, the Christmas period. I know only too well how hard it is to struggle over the festive season. I'm hoping, no, I know. So I'm trying to change the way I think about things and be more positive about everything. So I know I'm going to be sorted this year, which is, yeah, good. All good in this place. So I may be going over a place. This brush is splaying out a bit, so might be coming towards the end of its lifespan here. So, well, you may or may not know, I do these way in advance, these on the benches, because I got caught out once with not having them done. Life got in the way and I regretted it, so I like to have several in the bag, as it were. I know that means that some of the things I talk about, you know, with what's going on in life and whatever else, you'd be like, well, that was ages ago. But that's because I'm over a month in advance of these. So at the time of recording, I am not working. But I am in between assignments. I am literally in between assignments. But by the time you see this, I will have been in my new role for quite some time. It was a ride. The last assignment, the whole G7 thing, it was a ride, I'll say that. Like I say, I can't talk too much about it, but even now. Well, I don't want to jeopardize future operations, you see. Right, so that's that. Hilt of so I'm going to do the handle matte black, I think. Yeah. Yes. So I've done the armor on her. What I want to look for, I suppose, is any silver bits like this. He's got like a bracelet bangle type thing, armband going on there. If I put that in, then I can highlight it once I've put the lead belcher on. Yeah, I think he's worth a bit of extra time. This dude, he's my favourite character. He could absolutely suck as a player character, but he's my favourite aesthetically to look at. Here we are. Oh, we've got one on the other side too, but that looks more like a strap. We could make it an armband thing. Do I want to? Do I want to? Yeah, I think I will. So it's more like a leather strap, but I'm going to make this one a metal band like the one on the other arm, just to match it up. So, what else? Yeah, so I've decided on Imperial Fists as a new army, using the Indomitus set, and the Necrons are going to really bolster out my Necron current force. You may have seen my Necron update a while back. Well, not at the time of filming, but it was a while back for you now watching this. And yeah, you'll have seen. You will have seen. Alright, this chappy here. Because I can use lead belcher as a base for all the armor types here. Using that as a base, I can make some lighter than others anyway. This is good. This is very good. So, what are you guys working on right now? I watched the Frost and Fists. At the time of recording this, Mifos was working on his Age of Sigmar models. They're looking great. They're looking great, my man. Making me want to get my AOS models out and start painting them. No, I've got enough on the go. But they're there. I am going to get to them in the future. And they are going to do for some tutorials as well. Future tutorials. My wife's having a frustrating day at work. Got some IT issues as well. Very, very frustrating. I know when our internet went down when I was working from home, I was like, what the hell, you know? It only happened on the one day, and it was only for like the morning or whatever, but it put me right behind. And then I was playing catch up for the rest of the day, you know. Do eventually catch up though, that's the thing. I think I'm gonna need some more lead belcher. Well, you can see I'm using the cards. I want to go by the artwork as much as possible. Drop a thinner medium and some airbrush thinner. When I'm done with this palette, I will throw it away. What I might do is just rotate the ones I've got, and when the paint's built up on them so much, actually I might see if I can peel the paint off. I could reuse them then, couldn't I? But I do have an abundance of them, these Coffee Mate lids. Right, brush away. Get your brushes away, Pete. Come on. Tidy up. Yeah. So I may get my Imperial fist out later to do some work on. If I tire with this. If I tire with this, I may need to do some anyway, because I want to finish him off, then I can make a more of an informed decision. Well, I'm learning about the scheme I want to do anyway. I definitely did not want to go down the contrast route with these. Primaris Marines. I know you can do, but I want to control how my Grimdark look goes. And I want, you know, parts of the armour to really shine through that haven't been affected by the dirt so much, or they've been chipped off and shining through. It's like the paint, it's like the dirt has chipped off and it's showing the shiny paint underneath. And then later on I might go down to the primer of the ceramite armor itself. Who knows? But yeah, you see, I'll wait until, because I know models when you're painting, they go through a meh stage. They do for me anyway. And I'm thinking, oh, this looks awful, you know, and I need to get through that awful stage I need to break through it so that I can make a decent decision and say, yeah, that works for me, or nah, that's not going to work for me. I know what I'm on about. Anyway, still, my CV is looking a little more grandiose now I've done my last assignment, isn't it? So that's good. Always good. Well, that's him. No, he doesn't have armour. No, he has leather armour. No, I think that's it for the moment. Oops. See what? I don't know what, because of the sheer diversity of models I'm going to be painting this episode, I'm not sure what to call this episode, because I won't be able to fit everything in the title that I'm going to be working on. Let's get my old Cadian shock troops out. It's a really old box. I just thought I'd do up another one, because when I did my Cadian Astra Militarum showcase, that's it, it seemed woefully inadequate. Now what did I use? Baylor Brown? No, I use Xandri Dust for their fatigues and other clothing. So I'll see if I can find some Xandri Dust. Some Meshy Desert, which is similar. It's very similar. Of course, it could also be in the browns. Yeah. Yes. Xandri Dust. It's in the browns. So what could I call? I suppose I could try and put a little bit of a teaser in there. Show my Imperial fist. Now, I've painted him with the red armor trims, which is the third company, I believe, for my Imperial fist. I'm not going to be doing my main army as third company, because everybody does third company, so I'm not going to be doing that. Instead, I've quite like blues, look quite good. I think they're the ninth company, although I'm not, I'm not, probably not remembering it right. I was reading up on it last night on the internet. Quite sad that that Rogel Dawn is no longer with them, and it's quite sad that Rogel Dawn, is he dead or not? I mean, we don't know, do we? No, I'm putting a couple of things in here because it's quite close to the bone colours and that, and it's brown, but I'm just going to put a drop of retarder in here with this as well. A drop of thinner medium. Yeah, so it's sad that their Primarch is not with them. It's also sad that the old Imperial fists are no more. They had to disband, didn't they? Well, do I go back with the Kalinsky? Yeah, I think so. Otherwise, like I say, I think its usefulness is coming to an end. course, it's going to want 2 coats. That's alright though. That's alright. 2 thin coats, haha. So, well, I'll show you guys, because you know, you're loyal viewers. I will show you guys my Imperial Fist later. Gotta remember, he's a work in progress. So I know everybody likes to say that, but it's so true. I bought the model just so I could mess around with him, really. Try different things out. Different techniques. You know, learn what I like, what I won't do. So when he's done, all said and done, I'm not going to give him a Dettol bath. I'll just leave him as he is. You know. I might have to get myself some Imperial Fist decals, though. Being that you don't get them in the normal ones, do you? I'm also thinking that I'm probably going to... I learned a lot from the last... I'll talk about tutorials for a moment. I did a tutorial for Patreon. I learned a lot from it, actually. Although I was doing a similar technique to what I did when I had my desk set up the other way. But I did it on the other desk back then. As this is taking place on my regular painting desk, I thought I'd try a similar technique. But yeah, the difficulty lies in keeping the subject on camera. Okay, so what I think I might do is make a little pedestal type thing, and keep the model on there. Even if I turn it around, I'll know that it will always be in shot. So that's going to help me, I think. So I learned a lot from that. Actually, one thin coat might do here. He says, yeah, so like that. I think they've got some new Cadian models out, haven't they? Haven't they updated their Cadian troopers, shock troopers? Be good if they have. Yeah. I've decided also to do my ordinary box of Space Marines as Imperial Fists too. Now they're going to be part of the backstory for the other guys. Now I know the Imperial Fists were one of the first chapters other than the Ultramarines to get the Primaris upgrades, but I do a bit of backstory that my squad of ordinary Space Marines, I have them as original Imperial Fists from the old days. Might do that. I could do what I want because it's my story. Yeah. Let's see if there's anyone out there who wants to take on my Imperial Fists then when I get done with them. Yeah, this is a messy stage too. As long as I don't hit the skin, I'll be fine. Yeah, so how's life treating you guys? How are you doing? How are you doing? Life's treating me pretty good. And I'm thankful to the universe that my life is where it is right now. Everything's working out. Everything's coming together. You know, just got to believe in the process. So it's good. It's all working out well. I'm so glad I took the sort of leap of faith, as it were, from my old job at Asda to go and work for the police. That was such a good decision. Because although I'm waiting for a new assignment, it'll come, and everything will be cool. These are all the same pose, so no surprises here, eh? I mean, maybe they got some new poses as well, or maybe some more options for poses. So this is Xandri Dust for the fatigues. What I like about Cadian Shock Troops is that you can do a lot of base colours before you need to do a wash. It looks a bit, you know, and you put that first wash on, it's like, wow, that's awesome. As I do with my tutorial for Cadian Shock Troops. I do have a tutorial. And it's more as a reference. So if I forget, I think it's Castellan Green that I use for the armour. If I forget at all, I can just load up the tutorial and off I go. Oh yeah, it was that. Yeah, I'm going to have my first sip of coffee after I've done this one. 2 more to do after. Yeah, so I'll do some more of my Primaris Imperial Fist. It's just one model. I bought him from eBay so I could do some practice on him. That's why I got him. I'm looking to eventually I'll be looking for another remote job, i.e. another working from home position in the long term. I mean, this new role I've secured will tide me over for now. Ultimately though, I want to work from home. Yeah. Nice, highly paid position. Ooh, let's have some coffee then. Right, gonna have a sip of coffee. Gonna test it. Oh, that is nice. Right, so I've got 2 left of the Cadians. For the Zameshi Desert. I'm also thinking of doing some more on the Alien Queen as well, but got an idea for that. I also might like to do some Yoo-Hoo glue effect on her. Maybe if I can simulate some sort of acid burning on the base. Yoo-Hoo glue. There are some subtle differences, I will say, between these models, like what canteen they're wearing or pouches. Someone's wearing a sword, like this dude's wearing a sword. Slight different position, different angle with the arms. Arms to gun angle, just ever so slightly different. You have to be a bit more careful when I do the Castellani green. And you've got one more to do after this. There we are. This is the Zameshi Desert. Zameshi Desert, Zandri Dust. I mean, you could use Zameshi Desert. Like I say, they are very similar. Could use Baylor Brown. You could. You could do that. Sorry, just some thoughts going through my mind about future appointments I've got. Sorry, I got distracted there. I went miles away. Probably edit those long silences out. That's what I like to do with these on the benches, edit the silences out. I mean, keep some in by all means. You know. But by and large, zoom in a little more, I think. Why not? Yes, I'm wearing a Dark Angel, not a Dark Angel, a Blood Angels t-shirt. I've got a Dark Angels t-shirt. I've got a Tyranids t-shirt. I've got loads of t-shirts, actually. There. That is the Zandri Dust done on those Cadians, and as you can see, I've only done one little coat, so I'm going to pop those towards the back here with my zombie. Zombie runner. Right, now let's have a look at zombies then. Let's have a look at zombies. No, actually, the other zombies. Some clothing to do here for these guys. Well, as I've got some Zameshi Desert out, I'm going to do his robe, or not his robe, his tunic. That's the word. Tunic in Zameshi. Not Zameshi. I keep saying Zameshi Desert. It's Zandri Dust. It's Zandri Dust. I'll do his hat in a different colour because they weren't exactly colour matching, were they? This is medieval times, so. So I've done a tunic on one of them. Because it's just zombies, I'm not that bothered, you know. Baylor Brown. Got some bit. It's to hand, you see, Baylor Brown. See, it's very, very similar. Just a little bit yellower, I suppose, than Zandri Dust. I might do a dress. She's got like a little rope tassel thing, belt thing. I gotta dirty these up as well because the zombies are not going to be too fussed about taking care of themselves, are they? Cleanliness. No. Just going to drag through the mud and dirt on towards their next meal or victim. However you want to look at it. It's not bad actually, it's not bad, a brown dress thing. There's a place on her left arm. It's actually torn. It's revealing the flesh underneath. And I didn't see it. So I'm going to be lazy. That's going to be a blood for the blood god blob. You know what I'm saying? It's zombies, so we can do these things. Covers up any mistakes then. Nice. Well, you've been bearing with me quite well. You know, another sip of coffee in a moment. Might get another one done. Then we'll check the time. Then we'll see what we can see. Well, we're at an hour already, so we'll get another one done. Maybe his trousers can be bathable, but I'm going to muddy them up anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. We have a nice longer episode of On the Bench today. Well, I haven't got any work done on my Primaris Imperial fist, but hopefully I'll be able to show him to you. Yeah, I like that. Maybe even another one. Yeah. Had some smashing weather these last few days. Please don't say that is our summer though. Because it's stopping now. Please don't say, oh, you've had a few days of good sun. That's it, winter now. No. I want summer. Summer. Because I'm doing P&Q next month, aren't I? Well, next month for me at the time of recording. So, sort of towards the end of July, that's when I want to do it. I do enjoy the P&Qs. Yeah. Well, a sip of coffee. Then I guess you've earned a look at the Imperial fist. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Well, here he is. Let's see if I can see him in a bit more on him. There. So, so far, that's him. Now, before you say it, yes, I've painted the Aquila on in gold. Why? Because I can't stick the red ones. I think they look a bit rubbishy. So my chapter markings are only going to apply to the trims, the shoulder pad trims. So that's, you know, that's my work in progress at the moment. Imperial Fist. So I'm going to do some more work. Now we've reached the end of today's session. I'm going to do some more work on his gun actually, and then maybe some more highlights. I'm going to do more highlights, yeah. So yeah, it's designed. It is designed. It was meant to be. So I don't know how I feel about having all like shiny examples. I could have done that. May do that with some. I want my odometer set to be gritty. He's battle, you know, he's been battling for some time. So that's what he looks like so far. And like I say, I've just been using this model, which is just a push fit model. I can't even remember if it's one I bought from eBay or one I had already. I might have had one free with a magazine. I can't remember. I can't remember. I know I've had him a while anyway, put it that way. So I thought, well, now's the time. Now's the time. So, all sorts. Stippling, shading, glazing, inking. Yeah, and not finished either. Do his eyes yet. I think he'll look better once his eyes are done. Yeah, I think so. Alright guys, well, I promised you there would be a Primaris Imperial Fist, and there is an Imperial Fist. I said there'd be an Imperial Fist, and there was. Hey, that could be a cool title. I said there would be an Imperial Fist, and there was. Hey, yeah. Anyway, guys, like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, you know the score. If you want to really help me out, check out my Patreon account, my campaign. That will help push my channel towards better greatness for the future. Better quality videos, with the ultimate goal of being able to put a lot more time into my videos, because that's, you know, the main thing about it is time. And yeah, so all that remains to say is, well, let me know what you're working on, and remember, all brushes lead to war. Bye for now. Bye bye.